Some people get really nervous when they have to speak or perform in front of people. Is it you? Does your hand start sweating, your voice starts quivering, and you forget what to say? A lot of people will tell you that the workaround for this kind of nervousness and anxiety and stress is to take deep breaths. But as a person with more than 1,000 hours of on-air and on-stage experience, I can tell you that deep breathing doesn't always work. That's because a good supply of oxygen is not what the brain is looking for. What the brain is looking for is comfort. You see, when you're answering a question or when you're doing a performance, your brain is doing creative work. And for the brain to have that space, that bandwidth to do creative work, it must let go of its survival mode. And to let go of that survival mode, it has to know what the threats are, where the exits are, and what tools it has in its kitty. So what can we do to make our brain feel like it's in control? I say go for the 3 Fs: familiarity, familiarity, familiarity. Familiarity of the content, what you're going to say, what you're going to do. Familiarity of the audience, the people you're going to speak to, and familiarity of the environment, the exact place, the literal floor plan of the place that you're going to be in. Sometimes we focus on the first one, but we don't so much focus on the second and the third. But I'm going to explain to you in this video how you can do it in a proper manner. Before that, you might want to subscribe. My name is Rai. I'm a former media presenter and director. And out here, I break down all those things that help us build a good image, a brand of our own, a winning persona of our own. If you're interested, do subscribe. And now let's look at these 3 Fs. Number 1, knowing the content. To handle your stress and performance anxiety, the first thing you need to do is to, of course, know your content. Whatever you're going to say or perform, you have to know it. Not just know it, but practice it enough not to goof up in the moment. And even then, that's not enough. You must also know how to handle cross questions. So let's say you answered a question in an interview. You must be prepared for a follow-up question, which is going to put you in a tough spot. I remember once I was interviewing this candidate, and he was talking about the reasons why he needs this job. And for a change, he did not just say that he admired the brand or wanted to work for this company, but he also said that he needed the money because his sister was getting married for the 2nd time. He had taken loans for that marriage. And he said that given the circumstances, these were the choices he had, so he went for it. We not only hired him, but he went on to become one of our star performers, and he's doing extremely well in life. So you see, you not only have to know the content, but you have to be prepared for the cross questions and the follow-up questions regarding the content. Another thing you can do to manage your nervousness and stress when you have to perform somewhere is to know the people. Usually when people show up for interviews, they usually read up about the brand and the company, but you must also read up about the people who are going to interview you. Or for example, you're supposed to host an event for the police department. Then you have to know who are going to be the chief guests, what their backgrounds are, a little extra about them, but you also must know about the audience. Is the family going to be there? Are the kids going to be there? And then tailor what you have to say accordingly. One time, some comedians, as an experiment, were asked to go into classrooms and do a comedy stand-up performance for the kids. They found that all these scripted comedy lines that usually gives them the big laughs did not work with the kids at all. They actually responded more to funny sounds, funny facial expressions, and it was a whole different ballgame. So knowing your audience is one of the key things for your success, for your performance to go smooth, and for you to get all those applauses. And having that understanding is going to help you relax and do better. One thing that people often miss when they're trying to calm their nerves and take care of their anxiety when they're about to perform is to know the place. When a person boards an aircraft for the first time, goes to the airport for the first time to catch a flight, how nerve-wracking is that experience? It's always nerve-wracking to go to the airport and catch a flight, but that first time, oof, it's brutal. You don't know how far the airport is, how long it's going to take, if you're going to be late. You don't know what the security at the checkpoint is going to say. You don't know where exactly you have to check in, which way is the terminal. So even though you know where you're going and you know which airlines you've taken, which airport you have to go to, the sheer fact that you don't have the airport terminal floor plan with you, you don't know exactly where you have to turn left or right, makes you nervous. So knowing the environment, knowing the place well enough is a great way to calm your nerves and be more confident. So if you are going to an interview, you might want to go to that company a day before, find out which floor it is, where the elevator or the lift is, where the exits and the entrances are, where the reception is. In fact, even say hi to the receptionist and say you're going to be back the next day because you have an interview. So imagine next day when you actually show up for the interview, how much more relaxed you're going to be. Your brain can completely focus on the interview and not get hassled by so many other decisions it has to take along the way. I hope this video actually helped you. If it did, please do like and subscribe, and I will see you in another video.